भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरः पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
राम जैसा त्याग हो। भीष्म सा हो नियम पालन, शौर्य में अभिमन्यु हो। आपदाओं को कुचल कर वीर बालक हम चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। बुद्ध जैसे कारुणिक हो, धीर हम महावीर से। ध्रुव जैसे निश्चयी, सत्याग्रही प्रहलाद से। दुर्दम्य सारे संकटों में अग्निपथ पर भी खिले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। हनुमान से सेवाव्रती, जिज्ञासु हो नचिकेत से। कर्मयोगी कृष्ण जैसे, वीर हो हम पार्थ से। बलिदान गोविंद सिंह सहो, स्वार्थ सारा ही चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। देशभक्ति हो शिवासम, प्रेम हो गौरांग सा। स्वाभिमान प्रताप सा हो, तेज झांसी वाली सा। जलती शहीदों की चिता से, हृदय में अंगार ले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। संग्राममय जीवन धरा पर, विजय रथ ले हम चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। सुन गैया, भूल कन्हैया, कलयुग में गीता श्लोक सिखाया जा रहा है। कहाँ कान्हा? गीता परिवार के ऑनलाइन जूम पर 20 दिनों में 2 अध्यायों का संस्कृत में शुद्ध पठन, गीता गुंजन सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा। साप्ताहिक गीता अर्थ विवेचन सत्र, 4 स्तरों पर संपूर्ण भगवत गीता का निशुल्क प्रशिक्षण। सभी अध्यायों के निशुल्क PDF, ऑडियो व वीडियो सामग्री मिलेगी। संस्कृत व्याकरण के लिए अतिरिक्त कक्षाएं होंगी। जून 2020 से अब तक 131 देशों से 4 लाख से अधिक गीता प्रेमी साधकों को प्रवेश। तो चलो हम भी चलें। reg.learngita.com। आओ हम भी चले, रजिस्टर नाउ। Welcome to free online Gita classes. It's a journey of mantras. We learn Gita shloks in 4 levels. In first level, we learn 2 adhyay in 20 days. Then we will get a precious Gita Gunjan certificate. We conduct extra grammar classes to learn Sanskrit easily. You will get free audio, video and PDF of adhyayas. There are amazing weekly interpretation sessions. This class is conducted 40 minutes a day, 5 days in a week, in 13 time slots and in 12 languages. What are you waiting for? Join fast. Register now on reg.learngita.com. Hurry up and join fast. Jai Shri Krishna. अरे ओ कान्हा, रुक तो जरा, भाग भाग के कहाँ जा रहा है? मैया, गीता परिवार के ऑनलाइन जूम क्लास में गीता सिखाया जा रहा है। मैं वहीं जा रहा हूँ। जरा यह तो बता वहाँ होता क्या है? मेरे भक्त गीता का शुद्ध उच्चारण करते हैं, मुझे आनंद आता है। आज ही गीता के श्लोक सीखने के लिए रजिस्टर करें। रजिस्टर नाउ reg.learngita.com। गोपियों, तुम भी चलो गीता सीखने के लिए। मैं आ रहा हूँ।
जय श्री कृष्ण दीदी।
Jai Shri Krishna Didi. Didi, you can share the screen.
यस दीदी।
పిండి వెంటనే వాడకపోతే ఫ్రిడ్జ్ లో పెట్టేక
जस्ट अ मिनट दीदी।
No problem. I request the others to mute. Please. Yes.
Yes.
We can start. Jai Shri Krishna to everyone. Welcome to today's revision class. Today we are revising the 14th Adhyay. So this revision class will be helpful for those who are appearing for the Pathaka exam, Pathik exam, or even Prati exam. And even if you are not appearing for an exam, the revision class will still help you. Okay, so that you can just revise all the shlokas while practicing. So we'll start with the prayer. Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa-Chanura-Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum Krishnau Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna. We will start from the first slok. Okay, 14th chapter. You all should be knowing the name. It is Gunatraya Vibhagayo. Okay, so in every exam they will ask you the name of each chapter. So 14th Adhyay, Gunatraya Vibhagayo. We'll start. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Chaturdashodhyayah. First shloka Didi. Shri Bhagavanuvacha. So even the first shloka is always asked in every exam for every adhyay. So you should be knowing the first shloka properly. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Param Bhuyah Pravakshyami Jnananaim Jnanamuttamam Yajñatva Munayas Sarve Param Siddhimito Gataha. First charan, Param Bhuyah Pravakshyami. Param Bhuyah, Bhu Dirgha. Bhu is a long sound. Bhuyah Pravakshyami. Pravakshyami. After verb, we have Ksha. Half Ksha. The Ksha is made up of half Ka and Sha. Okay, and then half Ka, half Sha joined to full Ya. So here we have to make sure that the Ya sound is clear, not Pravakshami, Pravakshyami. Param Bhuyah Pravakshyami Jnananaim Jnanamuttamam. Okay, so some of you might be saying Jnananaim, some of you might be saying Jnananaim or Gnananaim. So whichever way you are used to saying it, please continue saying it that way. I will be saying Jia wherever the sound comes in this adhyay, but it is not compulsory for you all to say it the same way. So whichever sound you are comfortable with, please say it that way. Jnanaing jnanamuttamam. Jnana full na muttamam. Mutta, it's a double ta, not muttamam. Mutta, double ta, muttamam. The last ma at the end of this charan is only halant or half. Okay, so not jnana muttamama, jnana muttamam. Yajñatva munaya sarve. Yajñatva. So first we have to, after ya, we have to say half ja and then jya or gya, jnya. Okay, so the ja, half ja needs to be very clear. Whichever way you say the next sound, the half ja has to be there in the beginning. Okay. Yajñatva, yajgyatva, yajñatva. Okay, half ja is there in all three ways. We say yajñatva munayas sarve param siddhimito gataha. Param siddhimito. Siddhi, not like how we say buddhi. Siddhi, okay, not siddhi. Siddhimi. All these three sounds are short. Siddhimi to gataha. Okay, next oka. Idaim jnanamupashritya mama sadharmyamagataha sarge pinopajayante pralaye navyathanti cha. First charan. Idaim jnanamupashritya. Jnana or jnana full no sound. Jnanamupashritya. Jnanamupashritya mama sadharmyamagataha. Mama sadharmya, not mam sadharmya, mama, full ma. Mama sadharmya magataha. Sarge pinopajayante. Sargepi. Ge we will make it nice and long. It's a dirgha sound. But the next letter P is a very quick sound. So it's a hrasva sound. Whenever there's a short sound, we have to say the next word immediately. Okay, please do not pause after a hrasva sound. Otherwise, there's a tendency that we make that hrasva sound long. Okay, sarge pinopajayante. Pinopa. So you can see I'm joining P to no. Okay, to the next word. Sarge pinopajayante. Nopa full pa jayante. Pralaye navyathanti cha. Pralaye navyathanti. Observe the aghat on na. It's a very, very clear aghat. Navya. Okay, so not navya. We will not drag the na sound. It has an aghat, so we have to put extra force on it. Navyathanti cha. Pralaye navyathanti cha. Okay, teacher or both sounds are hrasva. Okay, thanti cha. Next oka, third one. Mama yo nirmahad brahma tasmin garbhan dadhamyaham sambhavas sarva bhutanan tato bhavati bharata. First charan. Mama yo nirmahad brahma. Mama, again, both ma's are full, not mam yonir. Mama yonir mahad brahma. Yonir mahad, half the, which is then joined to bra. Mahad brahma. So we have said brahma before in the Puspika, brahma vidyayan. So we all know how to say it. First half ha, then full ma. Brahma. Okay, not brahma. The ma doesn't come first. The ha comes first, half ha, then full ma. Mama yonir mahad brahma tasmin garbhan dadhamyaham. Tasmin garbhan, all sounds are hrasva in this word. Tasmin garbhan dadhamyaham. Dadhamyaham. First sound is the, second sound is dha. Okay, not dadamya, dadhamya. Dadhamyaham. Sambhavas sarva bhutanan. Sambhavas sarva bhutanan. Bhutana. All three sounds dirgha. Bhutanan. After na, we have to say half na because there's an anuswar. Okay. So now in the PDF, very clearly the anuswar sounds are given in the brackets. So please, if you are used to saying all anuswars as ma or na, if you say mer, no in every place, then your marks might get cut in the exam. So please read what sound is there in the bracket. Okay, bhutanan, half na, halant na. Sambhavah sarva bhutanan tato bhavati bharata. Tato bhavati bharata. Very simple charan. No aghat, no anuswar visarga. Okay, just focus on the hrasva dirgha sounds. Tato bhavati bharata. Next slok. Sarvayonishu kaunteya मूर्तयः सम्भवन्ति याः तासां ब्रह्ममहद्योनिर् अहं बीजप्रदः पिता. First charan, sarvayonishu kaunteya. Sarvayo, please make it nice and long. It's a dirgha sound. And if you don't make it long, then the next two sounds, nishu, which are both rasva, you might make those two sounds long. Okay, so the dirgha sounds you have to always make long, because those dirgha sounds will help us or will create that flow when we are reciting. Okay, so dirgha sounds are always long, even if there's an aghat on it. Okay, so we'll come to that. Sarvayo nishu kaunteya. Yo dirgha, nishu, both rasva sounds, nishu kaunteya. Kaunteya, kau, again, au dirgha, it has an aghat, but it's a soft aghat, because first we have to make au long, kau, and only then the aghat will come. Kaunteya, murtayas sambhavanti yaha. Murtayas, mu dirgha, after that half ra, join to full ta, not murtyas, murtayas. Murtayas sambhavanti yaha. तासां ब्रह्ममहद्योनिर्. तासां ब्रह्ममहद्योनिर्. Very clear aghat on her. Mahadyonir. Okay, hadyo. Mahadyonir. Aham bijapradah pita. Aham bijap. Bi dirgha. After that full ja with an aghat. Bijap. So after you say ja, just immediately close your lips. That way the effect of the aghat will come. Bijapradah pita. Okay, next sloka, fifth one. Sattvam rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhavaha nibadhnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. First charan, Sattvam rajastama iti. If you observe this charan, all the sounds here are short sounds. Okay, there is not even one single dirgha sound. So we have to say this charan very quickly. We won't pause anywhere. Sattvam, not sattvam. Wherever we have sattva, it's always a double ta joined to full verb. Sattva. Sattvam rajastama iti. Rajastama. Sometimes what do we say? Rajastam iti. Okay, what is the error there? Rajastam. We are saying only a half ma when we say rajastam. But if you observe here, it's a full ma. Rajastama. Iti. Iti. Both of these are short sounds. Iti. Guna. Prakriti sambhavaha. Guna. Gu. Rasvana. Dirgha. After that, for the visarga, we will exhale and say a fur-like sound. Okay, the lighter version of fur, not exactly fur, but guna. Okay, light fur. Guna, prakriti sambhavaha. Prakriti, these three sounds are hrasva sounds. Prakriti sambhavaha. Nibadhnanti mahabaho. So in this third charan here, many people make some mistakes. Nibadhnanti. Nibad, after ba we have half dha, then full na. Nibad, and the full na also has an aghat, so nibadhnanti. Okay, nibadhnanti. So if you want to split this word into two parts, you can read the red letters down. They have split it. Nibad, you say that first, nibad, and then nanti. Very simple. Nibadhnanti mahabaho. Dehe dehinam avyayam. Dehe de. The first three sounds dirgha. After that, all sounds rasva. Dehe de hinam avyayam. Hina full na mavyayam. Next sloka, Didi. Tatra sattvan nirmalatvat प्रकाशकमनामयं सुखसङ्गेन बध्नाति ज्ञानसङ्गेन चानघ. First चरण. तत्र सत्त्वन्निर्मलत्वात्. Okay, only twa in nirmalatvat, only the twa sound is dirgha, everything else is bhasva in this charan. Tatra sattvan anuswar. For the anuswar, you have to say anunasik na. Okay, don't say sattvam, sattvan. Look at the sound that is there in the bracket. Tatra sattvan nirmalatvat. Nirmalatvat. Observe the aghat on la. Latvat. Prakashakamanayam. Prakashak, shaka, who both are full sound. Shakamanayam. Prakashakamanayam. So if you observe shaka, ma, na, ma, most of the sounds here are full sounds. Only pra. In pra is a half sound. At the end, there's a halantama. Rest all are full sounds. Okay. Prakashakamanayam. Sukha sangena badhnati. Sukha. Okay, not sukha. Sukha. Sangena fulna. Badhnati. Badhnati. After ba, we have half dha joined to na. Badhnati. Badhnati. Jnana sangena chanagha. Jnana fulna. Sangena again fulna. Chanagha, not chanag. Chanagha, full gha sound. Okay, next shloka Didi, 7th one. Rajo ragatmakau vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tannibadhnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. Rajo ragatmakau vidhi. Ragatmakau. So here in the anuswar, according to the new rules of the new rules of grammar, which is now part of the 6th version, it will become anunasik va. Ragatmakau. Okay, kau vidhi, because the next letter starts with V. Some of you might have learned it. Might have learned this adhyay when the older version was, when we used to teach according to the older version, and that time we used to say ragatmakam vidhi. So if you are used to saying it that way, no problem. Okay, ragatmakam is also okay, because that is how many of us would have learned it. But your marks won't go there. But try to say ragatmakam if you remember. If you say ragatmakam also, no problem, because this new version was released only very recently, only a few months back. So I know many of you might have learned this, might have been part of L2 before that. Okay, so no issue there. Ragatmakam or ragatmakam. Rajo ragatmakau vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam. Trishna or trishna. Okay, it's the joint to the swar ru, rushika ru or ri. Rishi, rushi, people say it in different ways. So whichever way you are used to saying it. Trishna sanga fulga sanga sa, full sa. Okay, so sometimes we say sangas mudbhavam. It's not sangas. Sangasa mudbhavam. Tannibadhnati kaunteya. Tanni, double na, not tani. Tanni. Tannibadhnati kaunteya. Karma sangena dehinam. Karma sangena dehinam. Okay, very simple, Charan. Next shloka, 8th one. Tamastvachyana vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nitrabhis tannibadhnati bharata. First charan. Tamastvachyana vidhi. Tamastva, okay, tamas, then tva, on tva there's an aghat, so tamastvajnana or tvajnana. Tamastvajnana vidhi. Again, this is anunasik va has come because of the new rules of grammar, but if you learned it when there was anunasik ma, then it's fine if you say it that way. Tamastvajnana vidhi or tamastvajnana vidhi. Okay, if you can remember this shloka according to the new rules, then that will be great. But even if you don't, then there's no problem at all. Okay. तमस्त्वज्ञानजौ विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिस्प्रमादालस्य मादाबो दीर्घ. After that, hraswala with an aghat. Lasya. प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिस् तन्निबध्नाति भारत. तन्निबध्नाति भारत. फुल्त भारत. Okay. Next shloka. सत्वं सुखे संजयति रजः कर्मणि भारत. ज्ञानमावृत्य तु तमः प्रमादे संजयत्युत. First charan. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati. Sanjayati. Okay, so if you observe only K in Sukhe, the K is the only Dirgha sound in this charan, everything else is short. Sattvam Sukhe Sanjayati. Tirhasva at the end of this charan. Okay, we have to be extra careful when there's a short sound at the end of a charan, because sometimes when we are singing the shloka, we don't realize when it becomes long. Okay, Sanjayati. Okay, we don't realize that we are singing it that way, so we have to be very careful, very alert when we say it. Sanjayati. Rajah karmani bharata. Rajah karmani bharata. Jnanamavritya tu tama. Jnana, again, just a reminder, you can say jnana, jnana, gnana, whichever way you are used to say. Jnanamavritya tu tama. Pramade sanjayatyuta. Pramade sanjayatyuta. Yatyuta. It's a full ta at the end, not yatyut. Yatyuta. Okay, next shloka. Rajastamaschabhibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata. Rajasattvantamascaiva tamas sattvam rajastatha. First charan. Rajastamaschabhibhuya. It's a long charan, but very simple. We have to just say it slowly, okay? Rajas, tamash. Okay, so in rajas, it's a s sound. Then till sa. In tamash, it's a sh sound. Rajas, tamash. After sh, we have cha. Tamascha bhibhuya. Bhirasva bhu dirgha. Rajas, tamascha bhibhuya. Sattvam bhavati bharata. Rajas, sattvantamascaiva. Rajas, after ja, there's a visarga. For the visarga, we have to say half sa. Okay, you all will be familiar with the rules by now. It's just a refresher. There's a half sa because the next letter after the visarga, sattva, starts with sa. Okay, so even the visarga, we will say half sa. Rajas sattvan, anunasik na, sattvantamascaiva. Please do not say tamachaiva. Okay, it's tamashchaiva. Half sha, tamash, then chai. Tamashchai. Okay. Tamashchaiva. Tamasattvam rajastatha. Tamasattvam rajastatha. Rajastatha. Okay. Say the sound slowly. Don't miss any letter. Next shloka, 11th one. सर्वत्वारेषु देहेऽस्मिन् प्रकाश उपजायते ज्ञानं यदा तदा विद्यात् विवृद्धं सत्त्वमित्युत. First charan, sarvadvareshu. So here many people miss the aghat on verb. We say sarvadvareshu, but there's an aghat. So how will we say sarvadvareshu? सर्वद्वारेषु देहेऽस्मिन् प्रकाश उपजायते. प्रकाश full sh, उपजायते full p. Okay, उपजायते ज्ञानं यदा तदा विद्यात्. Again here ज्ञानं. This is according to the latest version, the 6th version, Anunasik nya. Jnanai. If you had learned it before, if you had learned this chapter before, you might have learned it as Jnanam. Okay, you might have been saying Anunasik ma. There would have been a ma sound in the bracket. So it's okay even if you say ma. no problem. Okay. Jnanai yada tada vidyat vivruddham sattvamityuta. Vivruddham. After vru, we have half the full dha. Vivruddham. Vivruddham sattvamityuta. Again, if you observe this charan, all the sounds are short sounds. We won't be pausing anywhere. Vivruddham sattvamityuta. Next shloka, 12th one. लोभः प्रवृत्तिरारम्भः कर्मणामशमस्पृहा रजस्येतानि जायन्ते विवृद्धे भरतर्षभ. First charan, lobha pravrittirarambha. Okay, observe the visargas here. Lobha, after bha, for like visarga, lobha. Lobha pravritti, not pravarti, okay, it's pravritti, vritti. Pravrittirarambha. Rarambha, after bha, there's a visarga. For the visarga, we have to say a kha-like sound, not kha exactly, a lighter version. Rarambha. Karmana mashamasruha. Karmana mashamasruha. Rajasyetani jayante. Very simple charan. Rajasye. Don't say rajase. Rajasye. Ye needs to be clear. Rajasyetani jayante. Vivruddhe bharatarshava. Okay. Next sloka, 13th one. Aprakasho pravrittischa pramado moha eva cha tamasyetani jayante vivruddhe kuru nandana. First charan. Aprakasho pravrittischa. Aprakasho, aghat on a. Okay, so we'll say a and then quickly just close our lips. Apra. So that way the aghat will come. Aprakasho pravrittischa. Don't say shok pravrittischa in a hurry to give the aghat on sho. Okay, whenever there's a dirgha sound, first we have to make it long, sho, and only then we will give the aghat. That's why on dirgha sound, the aghat is not very, it's a very soft aghat. Okay, and that's fine. So not aprakasho pravrittischa. Aprakasho pravrittischa. Sho dirgha. Sho pravrittischa. Pravrittischa. Pramado moha evacha. Very simple charan except for half pa in the beginning and pra. Rest all of the sounds are full sounds. Okay, no need to worry about any aghats, anuswar, visarga. Only focus on the dirgha rasva. Pramado moha evacha tamasyetani jayante. In the previous shloka, we had rajasyetani jayante. Here we had tamasye. Okay. Tamasyetani jayante vivruddhe kuru nandana. Vivruddhe, previously Bhagwan had said Bharatarshabha. He called Arjun by the name of Bharatarshabha. In here, in the 13th shloka, he is calling him by the name of Kuru Nandana. Okay, that's the only difference. Vivruddhe Kuru Nandana. Kuru Nandana. All sounds rasva and Kuru Nandana, but please don't say Kuru Nandan. It's a full na at the end. Kuru Nandana. And one more thing, if you are saying the first and second charans together without pausing, then you can give an aghat at the end of the first charan. This is not compulsory. This is only to those who would like to say it this way. Aprakasho pravrittischa pramado moha evacha. So if you are not pausing, then you will say pravrittischa pramado. Okay, but if you are saying the shloka charan wise, if you are pausing after the charan, then there's no requirement to give the aghat. Okay. Next shloka, 14th one. Yada sattve pravriddhe tu pralayayati dehabhat tadottama vidallokan amalan pratipatyate. Yada sattve pravriddhe tu. Sattve dirgha. Sattve, only then the aghat will come after making dirgha. Yada sattve pravriddhe tu. Pravriddhe हेतु pralayai yati dehabhrit. Pralayai, if you learned it when it was if you learned it according to the old rules, it would have been pralayam yati. Okay, so you can say both ways, no problem. Pralayai yati dehabhrit tadottama vidallokan. Tadottama, after do we have double ta, not tadottama, tadottama. Tadottama, after the double ta we have a full ma. Okay, tadottama vidallokan. Vidallokan. Okay, this is another new rule which was added to the 6th version. We are saying l, nasika l sound, vidallokan, because the next letter starts with l in lokan. Okay, if you are used, again I'm repeating myself, but if you say learned it when we used to say vidam lokan, when the nasika sound was ma, then you can say it that way as well, vidam lokan or vidallokan. Okay, tadottama vidallokan amalan pratipadyate, not amlan, amalan, full ma sound. Amalan pratipadyate. Next shloka. Yes. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate tatha praleenastamasi मूढ़योनिषु जायते. First charan, rajasit pralayam gatva. Rajasit, very clear aghat on C. Rajasit, okay. Rajasit pralayam. Pralayam, here observe the anunasik sound. Pralayam, anga sound. Ka kha ga gha ga. Pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate. So here sometimes what do we hear? Karma sangishu. Okay, it's not sangishu. Gi is a short sound. Sangishu. Karma sangishu jayate. Tatha praleenastamasi. Tatha praleenastamasi. Prali dirgha. Okay, after that all the sounds are hraswa. Prali and then nastamasi. Tatha praleenastamasi. Na aghat on na, nasta. Nastamasi. Moodhayo nishu jayate. Moodha. Okay, mudirgha. After that we have dhakkan ka dha or dholak, like how we say. Moodhayo nishu jayate. Next shloka, 16th one. Karmana sukrutasyaahus सात्विकं निर्मलं फलं रजसस्तु फलं दुःखम् अज्ञानन्तमसः फलम्. First charan, कर्मणः सुकृतस्याहुस्. कर्मणः सुकृतस्याहुस्, observe the aghat on the tasyahus. सात्विकं निर्मलं फलं. Sattvikan nirmalam phalam. Okay, so we are very used to saying phalam per sound. Okay, but if possible, please try to say pha. Okay, join your lips together to say pha if you want the pure pronunciation, shuddha pronunciation. Sattvikan nirmalam phalam. Rajasastu phalam dukkham. All sounds are hrasva in the third charan, no pausing anywhere. Okay, rajasastu phalam dukkham. Phalam dukkham. Okay, so if you can observe between du and kha, there's a visarga. Okay, so that's why we don't say dukkham, we say dukkham. Dukkham. Rajasastu phalam dukkham. Ajnanantamasah phalam. Ajnanantamasah phalam. Again, please try to say pha wherever we have the pha, like phalam or phala. We have to try to join our lips and say the pha sound. Phalam. Next shloka. Sattvat sanjayate jnanam rajaso lobha evacha pramadamohau tamaso bhavatu jnanamevacha. First charan, sattvat sanjayate jnanam. Satvat, va dirgha, after that half ta, satvat. After that, the half ta is then joined to a full sa, satvat, sainjayate. Okay, sainja. After sa we have nya and then ja. Sainjayate jnanam rajaso lobha evacha. All sounds are full in this charan. We don't need to worry about any aghat, any half sound, any anuswar, anunasik, nothing. Okay, only focus on the dirgha rasva. Rajaso lobha evacha. Pramada mohau tamaso. Pramada full the pramada mohau. So observe the matras here. Mo and then hau. Okay, not moho or moha. Mohau. Pramada mohau tamaso. Bhavatu jnanameva cha. Bhavatu jnanameva cha. Next shloka, 18th one. ऊर्ध्वं गच्छन्ति सत्त्वस्था मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसाः जघन्यगुणवृत्तिस्था अधो गच्छन्ति तामसाः. First charan, ऊर्ध्वं गच्छन्ति सत्त्वस्था. ऊर्ध्वं, ऊ here dirgha. Okay, it's a long sound, not urdhvang. Urdhva and not urdhva. It's a dha sound. Urdhvang. Urdhvang gachanti sattvastha. Gachanti sattvastha. Okay, I won't explain every time there's an aghat, but when I recite, you yourself will be able to understand where the aghats are, right? The aghats are heard very clearly here. Gach, on ga, on cha, the aghats are very clear. So just pay attention to how I'm saying it, and also look at your PDF or look at the screen, because wherever there's an aghat, the two red lines are there on top. Okay, so wherever you see that those two red lines, that means there is an aghat. That means you have to put some little extra force on that letter when you say it. Urdhvang gachanti sattvastha madhye tishthanti rajasaha. Madhye, not madhe, madhye, half the joined to ye. The ye needs to be very clear. Madhye tishthanti, tishthanti rajasaha. Jaghanya gunavrittistha. Jaghanya, not jaganya, it's a gha sound. Jaghanya guna pulna, not gunvrittistha. Gunavrittistha. Adho gachanti tamasaha. Okay, not adho. Adho, dha. Adho gachanti tamasaha. Next shloka, 19th one. Nanyang gunebhyah kartarai yada drashtanupashyati gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. First charan, nanyang gunebhyah kartarai. Nanyang gunebhyah, gunebhyah kartarai. Again, this is a new rule, so if you learned it when it was kartaram, you can say that way as well. Kartarai, kartaram. Nanyang gunebhyah kartarai yada drashtanupashyati. Yada drashtanu. It's not drushtanu here, okay? It's drashtanu. Half the joint to full ra, vyanjan, ra. Drashtanupashyati. Gunebhyascha param vetti. Gunebhyascha, bhyascha param vetti. Param vetti, when you are reciting it according to the new version. If you are reciting it according to the old version, param. Okay, param is better if you say param because it's the latest rule. But even if you say param, no problem. Param vetti. Here very often we hear vetti. Okay, not vetti. Don't be in a hurry to say ve. It's a long sound. So vetti. Gunebhyascha param vetti. Madbhavam sodhigacchati. Madbhavam sodhi. So dirgha, after that all the sounds that follow are rasva. Sodhigacchati. Next shloka. गुणानेतानतीत्यत्रीन् देहि देहसमुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्युजरा दुःखैर्विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते. फर्स्ट चरण. गुणानेतानतीत्यत्रीन्. Guna, okay, not guna here, it's not a n sound. Dharna, so our tongue has to fold back, like how we say bana. Dharna sound has to be clear. Guna. After that, ne is a regular dental sound. No, okay. When you say ne, your tongue will touch your teeth, but when you say na, in guna, your tongue will fold back. Guna netanatityattrim. So a lot of dirgha sounds here. Na, ne, ta. All three dirgha. Guna netana. Full na. After that, ti dirgha. So a very, very common mistake here is Guna netanatityatrim. Tityatrin. Okay, so there are two mistakes here. First one is ti is dirgha, so not tityat. Tityat. And again, after we say tityat, there's an aghatanya. Tityat trin, not trin. Tityat trin. Ti dirgha, tri dirgha. Okay, so I'll say this charan one more time. Guna netanatityatrin. Dehi deha samudbhavan. Dehi, both sounds dirgha. Deha samudbhavan. Samudbhavan. Janma mrityu jara dukhair. Janma mrityu. Till mrityu, till the u sound, the sounds are all hrasva. Even the ja after that is hrasva. Janma mrityu ja. Okay, so we won't pause anywhere there, not mrityu. Okay, here sometimes we make the in mrityu the u becomes a, but it's a hrasva sound. Janma mrityu jara dukhair. Jara dukhair, not dukhair. 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 Vimukto mrutamashnute. Vimukto mruta fulta, not mrutmashnute. Mrutamashnute. Shnu. Okay, if you're reading in the Devanagari script on top, it might look like a shra, shru, but it's not a shra sound, it's a shna, half shra joined to na, nu. Mashnu, mashnute. Next shloka. Okay, the speaker is changing. So before the shloka, Sri Bhagavan was saying all the shlokas. Now Arjuna is talking. Okay, so we have to mention that before the shloka. Arjuna Pulna. Arjuna Uvacha. Kairlingai Strin Gunanetan. Okay, this might look like a tough charan because it's so long, but it's very simple. Okay, listen to it once carefully and break it into smaller parts. Kairlingai. So the first part you can break whichever way you are comfortable. Some you might be breaking it into different parts. I'm just saying one way in which you can break it up into smaller parts. Okay. So two things to remember here. Kair ling gai. Kai, it's a I sound. Even in gai, it's a gai sound. Okay, not kair ling or it's not a or a sound. I sound. Kair ling gai. Kair ling gai. Strin gunanetan. Strin guna. So whenever you're splitting up a charan into smaller parts, it's recommended to split it up at the dirgha sounds. Okay, not the hrasva sounds, but if you're splitting it up, split it up at the dirgha sound. So one way you can do that is kair lingai, that is one part. Strin guna, that is the next part. Strin guna, and then netan will be the third part. Okay, so if you join the three and say together. Kairlingai strin gunanetan. One more time. Kairlingai strin gunanetan. In strin guna, stri dirgha. Okay, not strin guna. Strin gunanetan. Atito bhavati prabho. Atito ti dirgha to dirgha. Atito bhavati prabho. Bhavati, very clear aghatanti. Bhavati. Bhavati prabho. Kimachara kathain chaitaus. Kimachara kathain chaitaus. Not chaitaus. Chaitaus. And it's chaitaus. Okay. Nasika b. on when you can see the anuswar symbol on ta. Before that, we have to say nasika va, chaitaus. Okay, not chaitams, chaitaus. Okay, round your lips, chaitaus, like how we have said chandausi, sausara, sauvade. Similarly, chaitaus. Kimachara kathain chaitaus. Trin guna nativartate. Not trin guna, tri dirgha, trin guna nativartate. Trin guna nativartate. The split up of this charan is also given in the red letters down. Okay, since it's a long charan, if you want to break it into smaller parts, you can do it the way it is given in the red letters below. Next shloka. Okay, the speaker is changing back to Shri Bhagavan, so we have to mention that. Okay, Shri Bhagavan uvacha prakashain cha pravrittin cha mohameva cha pandava nadveshti sampravrittani na nivrittani kankshati. First charan, prakashain cha pravrittin. We have two anuswars here. First is prakashain. It's a nya sound. The second one, pravrittin. Both of them are a nya, anunasik nya. Okay, cha cha ja ja ya. Prakashain cha pravrittin cha. And on cha, there is a very clear aghat. Prakashain cha. Prakashain cha pravrittin cha. Not pravarti. It's pravritti. Pravrittin cha. Mohameva cha pandava. Mohameva cha. So till here all the sounds are full. Mohameva cha pandava. Most of the sounds in this charan are full sounds. Only in pandava the na is a half sound. Rest all are full. Pandava, not pandav. Pandava, full va. Nadveshti sampravrittani. Nadveshti, very clear aghat on na. Nadveshti sampravrittani. Sampravrittani. Nanivrittani kankshati. Nanivrittani, the na is a very quick sound, okay? Nanivrittani, so just join it to the next word. Nanivrittani kankshati. Nikankshati, ka dirgha, after that anga and then ksha, kanksha, okay? Kanksha. Kankshati. Next shloka. Okay, we are almost there. Only 5 more shlokas left. So please be alert. Udasina vadasino gunairyo na vichalyate gunavartanta ityeva yovatishtati lingate. First charan. Udasina vadasino. Udasina, da dirgha, si dirgha, full na after that, not udasin. Udasina, vadasino, vadasino, gunairyo na vichalyate. Gunairyo, not gune, gunai, gunairyo na vichalyate. Gunavartanta ityeva. Gunavartanta ityeva. Very simple charan, not much to explain. Yovatishtati lingate. Yovatishtati. Vatishtati. Observe the aghat on ti. Tishtati lingate. Yovatishtati lingate. Next shloka. Samadukha sukha svasthas samaloshtasmakanchanaha tulya priya priyo dhiras tulya nindatma sanstutihi. First charan. Samadukha sukha svasthas. Sama, it's a full ma. After that dukha and then sukha. Okay, it's not dukha sukha. Dukha sukha. Observe the difference between the two. Samadukha sukha svasthas. Samadukha sukha svasthas. Lot of sa sounds here. Okay, in fact, everywhere we see the s letter, they are all sa sounds. There's no sh or sh. Okay, all are sa. Samadukha sukha svasthas. Samaloshtasmakanchanaha. समलोष्टाश्म लोष्टाश्म काञ्चनः काञ्चनः. After ka we have a nya sound, then cha काञ्च. समलोष्टाश्म काञ्चनः तुल्यप्रिया प्रियो धीरस्. तुल्यप्रिया आघात on ya, very clear आघात. तुल्यप्रिया, there's an आघात on ya as well, but here the आघात will be slightly softer because ya is a दीर्घ sound. Okay, तुल्यप्रिया प्रियो धीरस् तुल्यनिन्दात्मसंस्तुतिः. 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 So here again it's a nasika v sound, not samstutihi. Sound, like how we say sansar, संस्तुतिः. Next shloka. मानापमानयोस्तुल्यस् तुल्यो मित्रारिपक्षयोः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी गुणातीतः स उच्यते. फर्स्ट चरण. मानापमानयोस्तुल्यस्. मानाप, माना both दीर्घ, after that full pa, not manapmanyo. मानापमानयोस्तुल्यस्. मानापमानयोस्तुल्यस् तुल्यो मित्रारिपक्षयोः. तुल्यो मित्रारि, मित्राय आघात on me, मित्रा त्रा दीर्घ, after that vi rasva. मित्रारिपक्षयोः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी. सर्वारंभ परित्यागी, very simple charan. I think you had this in the 12th adhyaya as well. Okay, so you don't need to learn it again, you have already learned it before. गुणातीतस्य उच्यते. गुणातीतस्ति दीर्घतीतस्य उच्यते. नेक्स्ट श्लोका. माञ्चयो व्यभिचारेण भक्तियोगेन सेवते स गुणान् समतीत्यैतान् ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते. फर्स्ट चरण. माञ्चयो माई. Okay, on ma there's an anuswar, for that we have to say the anunasik of the cha group. Cha cha ja jhaya. Maञ्च. माञ्चयो व्यभिचारेण. यो व्यभिचारेण भक्तियोगेन सेवते. भक्तियोगेन फुल्ल योगेन सेवते सगुणान् समतीत्यैतान्. सगुणान् सम, गुणान् समति फुल्म समतीत्यैतान्. So here a very common mistake. सगुणान् समतीत्यैतान्. Okay, not samati. Samatityati dirgha. Very important to remember that. Samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Brahma bhuyaya bhu dirgha. Bhuyaya kalpate. Okay, the final shloka of this adhyaya, shloka number 27. Please listen carefully. Brahmano hi pratishthaham अमृतस्याव्ययस्य च शाश्वतस्य च धर्मस्य सुखस्यैकान्तिकस्य च. फर्स्ट चरण. ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहं. ब्रह्मणो, okay, it's not brahmano here. Brahmas, hrasva bra. ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहं. आघात on ही, very clear आघात. हिप्र, हिप्रतिष्ठाहम् अमृतस्याव्ययस्य च. This is a charan which we have to say very, very slowly, very, very carefully, okay? Because we should not miss any sound, we should not interchange any letters. So please listen to it once. Amrutasyavyayasya cha. Amrutasyavyayasya After that, after vya, there's one more year. Tasyavya, yasya. Okay, lot of years in this charan, so you have to say it carefully. Amrutasya yasya cha. Tasyavya yasya cha. Amrutasya yasya cha. Shashvatasya cha dharmasya. Shashvatasya cha dharmasya. Wherever we have a year sound, you have to say it very clearly, okay? Shashvatasya cha dharmasya. Sukhasya kantikasya cha. Sukhasya, not sukhasai. Sukhasya. Here needs to be very clear. Sukhasya kantikasya cha. Kantikasya cha. Ka dekha. After that, all the sounds are short. Kantikasya cha. Okay. We say do the pushpika quickly. They don't ask the pushpika in the exam usually, but you should all be knowing it by now because we end every chapter with the pushpika. Okay, only the name and number of the adhyaya will change. So please listen to it once. Om Tat Saditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayai Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogo Nama Chaturdashodhyayah. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. So here Brahma Vidyayai. Okay, according to the new rules, we'll have to say Anunasik here. We might have been used to saying Vidyayam, but in the new rules, Vidyayai. Okay, so even if you say Vidyayam, not a problem, but please try to learn it according to the new rules. Okay. And the name of the adhyaya, very important, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogo Nama. Gunatraya, Aghatanna, Gunatraya, not Gunatraya Vibhaga. Traya, full year. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yogo Nama Chaturdashodhyayah. Okay, we are done with the revision class. So any questions, then if you have any doubts, any particular shloka, please raise your hand and ask.
Shall I stop sharing screen, Didi?
Didi, you can share the screen in case they have in a particular shloka, then you can put that shloka on screen.
Okay, so Vidya Didi.
Vidya Didi, you are on mute.
Vidya Didi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jai Shri Krishna, Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Am I audible, Didi?
Yes, yes.
Didi, in 20th shloka,
Yes.
you said Gunane Tanati Tyatrin. In
Correct.
that, you told to stretch Tyatrin.
T, yeah, stretch the T sound, and in trin, the three, in threen, the three you have to stretch. T, tyat,
But
three.
T and Tya both have agatas on them.
Correct.
So if when we get agatas, we have to shorten it.
No, it's no. Aghat means not shortening. Aghat means you have to say that letter. You have to put a little extra stress on that letter when you're saying it. Okay, so here in tyatrin, on tya, the aghat is very clear. Tyatrin. Okay, no problem there. In T, on T, there's an aghat. So we should not shorten it there. We have to first make the T long. T, and only then we have to give the aghat, or we have to put that extra force. T, tya. Okay, so whenever there's a long sound, in this case, T is the long sound, and there's an aghat on a long sound, the aghat will be slightly soft. Okay, we don't hear it very clearly. Okay, because we have to first make the sound long. So not tityatrin, tityatrin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in all adhyas, how many shlokas will be asked, Didi, in Pathak?
So one will be one compulsory shloka, the first shloka, which will be asked for every chapter.
All 6 adhyayas?
Yeah, all 6 adhyayas. The first shloka of all 6 adhyayas will be asked, and for each chapter there will be totally 6 shlokas. So the examiner will say one. You know the rules, right? Because you have given
Yes.
Vidyasu. So they will say one charan. You have to say that full shloka, and then the next shloka after that, and then
Each adhyaya 6 shlokas.
Each adhyaya totally 6 shlokas. So
Then 6 adhyayas, 36 shlokas.
yes.
And
So
first
actually, no,
shloka
because
compulsory.
each adhyaya there will be 4 shlokas if you include the first shloka. So
Okay, 3 shlokas.
sorry, there will be seven shlokas in each chapter if you
We have
include
mark
the
sheet. Shall I share the mark sheet? We are having mark sheet.
Okay, yes, Didi, you can share them. So totally 42 shlokas if you include the first shloka. If you don't include the first shloka, then 36. But first shloka is a compulsory question. So you have to count that. Yeah, the mark sheet is here. So it's the same as the marking pattern remains the same as in Jigyasu. The only thing is the marks are double because the number of adhyayas are also double. Okay, so the same thing. First adhyay name and adhyay, the first shloka of the adhyay is a common question for every chapter. Okay, so whichever in every chapter, every exam. So you need to know the name of the adhyay and the first shloka of the adhyay. After that, each adhyay will be divided into 3 parts. So for example, in this adhyay, we have 27 shlokas. So first 9 shlokas will be one part, then shloka 10 to 18 will be the next part, and then shloka 19 to 27 will be the third part. So from each of these 3 parts, the examiner will ask you one charan. So one charan from the first 9 shlokas, another charan from the next 9 shlokas, and finally another charan from the third part. Okay, so that way 8 marks for each of them, and then finally anuswar visarga ki shuddhata 5 marks for that. So we are used to in Gita Parivar PDFs, every anuswar they have given the sound of it in brackets. Okay, so now if we say ma for every anuswar sound, then your marks might get cut, except for the new rules. But the other anuswars like ang, ya, na, all of that you need to say clearly, and visarga ki shuddhata. And finally 8 marks for your overall flow, lay evam uchcharan. So your overall flow and pronunciation. How are you saying it? The sounds, are they clear or not? Okay. So this will be the marking scheme. It's the exact same as Jigyasu, only the number of marks is more. That's all. Everything else will remain the same.
Okay. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna.
Problem. Jai Shri Krishna.
Sarita Didi, unmute yourself.
Yes. Yes, Didi, Sarita Didi. You are unmuted.
मैं डेमो देना चाहती हूँ दीदी।
अच्छा, डेमो देना चाहती है दीदी। ठीक है, पहले अगर कुछ और प्रश्न है तो हम प्रश्न पहले लेंगे, उसके बाद डेमो शुरू करेंगे।
जी दीदी, ठीक।
दीदी, any more questions? Do any of you have any doubts?
No, Didi. Only Sarita Didi has raised her hand.
Okay, if no other doubts, then we can start with demo. Okay, Sarita Didi, पहले आप अध्याय का नाम बताइए।
गुणत्रय विभाग योगोना।
विभाग पूर्ण ग, ठीक है, विभाग योग।
गुणत्रय विभाग योगोना।
यस, वेरी गुड। और एक चरण बोलूंगी मैं दीदी। अप्रकाशो प्रवृत्तिश्च।
अप्रकाशो प्रवृत्तिश्च मोहमेव च पांडव।
नहीं दीदी, फिर से बोलिए, शुरू से बोलिए।
कर्म लोभ प्रवृत्तिरारंभ कर्म नाम समस्पृहा रजस्येतानि जायन्ते विवृद्धे भरतर्षभ। अप्रकाशो प्रवृत्तिश्च प्रमादो मोह एव च तमस्येतानि जायन्ते विवृद्धे कुरु नन्दन।
हाँ दीदी, आपने उसके पहले वाला श्लोक बोला है, पर आपको अगला श्लोक बोलना है। तो अप्रकाशो प्रवृत्तिश्च आपने श्लोक सही बोला है, पर उसके बाद कौन सा श्लोक आता है
वो बोलना है।
हाँ, वो बोलना है।
यदा सत्त्वे प्रवृद्धेतु प्रलयं याति देहते तदोत्तमविदान् लोकान् अमलान् प्रतिपद्यते।
जी, आगे आपको बस दीदी, सिर्फ 2 श्लोक ही बोलने। वेरी गुड, वेरी नाइस।
उच्चारण कैसे?
हाँ, उच्चारण में कुछ छोटी छोटी मतलब करेक्शंस है, जैसे प्रवृद्धे नहीं, प्रवृद्धे। यदा प्रवृद्धे तु। हाँ, बाकी सब आपने अच्छा बोला है दीदी, बस अब प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, आप अच्छा करेंगी, मुझे यकीन है। ऑल द बेस्ट। Next.
Thank you, Didi. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Anyone else wants to give a demo? You can raise your
One
hand.
more hand is there, Didi.
Okay.
Mm.
Vidya Didi.
Vidya Didi. Unmute yourself.
Yes. Okay. Vidya Didi also wants to give a demo.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll just
Didi.
try, Didi.
Okay. गुणानीतानतीत्यत्रीन्
गुणानीतानतीत्यत्रिन् अति देही देहसमुद्भवान् जन्म मृत्युजरा दुःखैर् विमुक्तो मृतमश्नुते अर्जुन उवाच कैर्लिङ्गैस्त्रीन् गुणानेतान् अतीतो भवति प्रभो किमाचारैकतैश्चैतास्त्रीन् गुणानतिवर्तते.
Very good, Didi. Very nice. You have remembered the shlokas very well. Only in Ucharan, the third charan of the 21st shloka. Kimacharah kathai chaitaus.
Oh yeah, yes, Didi.
Yeah. Okay. Everything else you have said. Very, very well. Very good.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Nagamani Didi, unmute yourself. Unmute कीजिए.
Yes, madam.
Yes. Yes.
Unmuted.
Yes, we can hear you, Didi. You also want to do
Demo.
demo, right?
Demo, ma'am.
Okay, demo. रजस्तमश्चाभिभूय
रजस्तमश्चाभिभूय सत्वं भवति भारत रजसत्वं तमश्चैव तमसत्वं रजस्तथा
Very nice.
सर्वद्वारेषु देहेऽस्मिन् प्रकाशमुपजायते ज्ञानै यदा तदा विद्यात् विवृत्तिं सत्त्वमिच्युतः.
Excellent, Didi. Your pronunciations are very good. Only in the 11th shloka, not Vibruddhim Sattva, Vibruddham. Okay, Vibruddham Sattva Mityuta.
Vivruddham.
Very good, very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any more people, any more sadhakas want to give a demo?
I think questions and demos are over, Didi.
Okay, it's over. Then we can end this revision class. All the best to all of you. I am sure you all will do very, very well. Keep practicing regularly. Practice with the audios. Practice with the app as well. I hope you all have received the practice app on your in your respective class groups. Okay, so practice with that. And don't worry, okay, go with full confidence in the exam. You will do very, very well. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna, and thank you, Vaishali Didi, also for your help.
Thank you, Didi. We'll conclude with prayer, Didi.
Yes, we'll say the prayer. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum.
Jai Shri Krishna. Shall I end the meeting, Didi?
Yes, Didi.